Howdy y'all, welcome back to another video. We are doing differential oil change, differential oil, transaxle oil, and then actual engine oil change today. Just gonna try to knock this out real quick. Shouldn't be too long. I mean, hopefully it shouldn't be too long. I mean, it's pretty quick, easy maintenance to do on this thing. So we're gonna start with the rear transaxle, make sure I have the right fluid. So speaking of, I don't have the right fluid. So this is gonna be the gear oil 7540 XPS. So I can do the front. Let me look. I can't really tell where the line is. I could do the front diff today, and then I can do engine oil today because I have enough to do that. But I can't do the rear diff because I'll have to go get another bottle of this. Not too big of a deal. And then I have a whole case of the new stuff here, so we can bust this out. Looks like it's about the same 1040T. Why does this one say dirt bike and this one doesn't? XPS lubricants. This one says MA2. This one doesn't. I assume they're the same freaking thing. I mean, this is coming out of the straight up the Can-Am box. I kind of want to. I'll use these bottles first. Yeah, what I need is a filter that's in here. At the bottom. So what is this? New gasket and then new filters. Boom, bada bing. So front diff and then engine oil. Perfect. So let me get started. Pretty simple here. I'm going to crack the fill plug open with an 8mm and then crack the drain plug open with a 5mm. And then I did buy these cones, paper funnels, to go through the skid plate, so that should make it quite a bit easier. But let me get to where these fill plugs are. Okay, so the fill plug is passenger side right there. Just use an extension, and I'm just gonna crack that open. And then what's funny is that the fill plug still had the OEM freaking paper on it, so this has never been done before. And the drain plug is right here. Oh, maybe. Oh, it's right here. Which, if you look, that also has what feels like the OEM paper on it, on the bolt. Huh. I missed the money shot, but got it draining. That fluid is definitely not the chocolatey brown that it needed to be. So, pretty happy I changed this. This machine has 1,500 miles on it. Previous owner said he bought it new and he never did this part, so pretty happy I decided to not put this off. There you go. So like I said, previous owner didn't do this part. No chunks came out of here, so that's good. This gets oh no, that's just dressing. No chunks came out of here, which is good. But that definitely had a lot of I wouldn't say clutch material, but that definitely had a lot. I mean, I guess it could be clutch material from the smart lock, but definitely like no chunks came out, but you know, could be worse. Okay, something that I like to do personally is I like to just raise the other half of the car and tilt the diff just a little bit to maybe get a couple more millimeters of fluid in it. And I mean, let me raise this up a little bit. I don't know if you could tell, but like that's not even like, this wheel is maybe half an inch off the ground. So like the diff is like barely tilted, barely. But we do have a new tool. So this is going to be a suction fill or remove fluid transmission differentials, including everything else. So I'm not using a bag since I'm using the OEM XPS fluid. So I bought this, so I should be able to suck it up and then just shoot it straight into the diff. So let's get this unboxed. Okay, so unbox this here. And then pull this out. Perfect. And I think we're only gonna need one tube. Yeah, because that's an extension. I think I only need one tube. That's all we need. And I'm gonna write 75 weight 40 on this diff fluid. Yeah, not perfect. I'll print off an actual label for that. It didn't want to stick to the plastic tube, so I just wrote it on a piece of tape so I know what it is later, so I don't mix my fluids. I actually have a whole thing over there full of freaking transmission fluid for a Subaru. I do the same thing. It makes it easy to fill and drain. Let's see here, peel off the cap. This fluid is brand new. We will take the cap off of this, move this cap down so I don't make a mess. We should be able to stick this in here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Take this out just like that. And let's go ahead and slide her in. Ooh, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. But here's the fluid, the hole. Put this tube in there. Give her a push. Not full quite yet. There we go. Do that a second time. There we go. Let's slide the drain plug back in. Or the fill plug. It is full. It was dripping out. Yeah. Let's put a little extra in there. I don't see it coming out anymore, but there it goes. They don't really make this hole all that accessible. That was dumb. Don't drop that bolt. That was dumb. But I was able to get it out with some little plier things and get it all in there and all tight again. So just don't drop that. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Cut my hand open on this thing for all reasons. Being sharp. Cool. So now we're gonna move on to the engine oil. Okay, back here. So if we're gonna need a 10, 17, and an 8, your oil filter is up here. And then I assume the dipstick is on the other side. Let me just look it up. Yeah, this is dumb, but yeah, so once you take off the clutch tube and then this other inlet tube, there's that orange plug up there above the intake manifold, and that's where the old dipstick is. So I just checked it. It's definitely dirty, not perfect. And then now we have to idle the thing to get up to temperature before we can drain the oil. Okay, we just let it idle per Can-Am's recommendations, and then we gotta locate the 2 drain plugs underneath here, which are gonna need a light. So not there, not there. Brother, just not a stick. Can-Am makes some good stuff, but this is stupid. Let me show you. So I got the funnel right there. The drain plugs are up there. Then I gotta loosen that up. Look, it's already making a mess. Oh my god. Here, let me. You guys just ain't gonna be able to see this part. Okay. I'm happy to report that that drain plug is out, but this is the dumbest thing I've ever changed oil on. At least the Tundra and the Tacoma are like access windows. Like, this ain't got jack squat. Then you can't see what you're doing, and then you gotta get like under here. This is stupid. This has got to be the stupidest oil change I've ever done. It's okay. It is definitely needs to be done. It's definitely dark. Let's see, getting the small drain plug now. Yeah, I just felt the washer. You're definitely not taking the skid off to change it. Let's see. Hopefully not a lot of oil comes out the small one. No, there's a bit of oil in that. Jeez Louise. Yeah, the oil looks good. It's dark. It looks good. Okay, let me put some new washers on this. She's still pissing quite a bit of oil down there. But while we wait, I'm just gonna change the oil filter, but I'm not messing around this time. I'm using power tools to get in here. Okay, so I got the 3 that hold on the filter housing. I'm gonna go down there and grab the cap. I got the cap. Get this all cleaned up. Dude, what a mess. This is a mess. This is like, okay, I assume, yeah, spring side goes down. Gonna pull the O-ring off of that, O-ring back on, and I'll go slide the filter and the screws on, and we'll call that a day on this one. Waste this whole bottle of brake clean, but I don't think you can see. Let me get the freaking light in here. This whole thing is covered in oil. The whole thing on this side of the vehicle. And so I'm gonna brake clean it, but I don't think that's gonna solve my problem. This has to be like properly pressure washed. We can brake clean all this all we want to break it down, but it's not gonna do much of anything. Okay, I'll get in there with a foam can and some Dawn dish soap later. We're gonna really go up and really get it all cleaned up down there. So at least you can tell when it's leaking. But from here, we will go ahead and put the new copper washer on and the new other metal crush washer, and we will get the 2 drain plugs installed again. And this is like the really crappy part, is now I have to lay in this absolute mess to get this all put back together. That part is the part that sucks. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I got this funnel. I don't even think this is gonna work because it's gonna be all the way up here, isn't it? Oh no, that'll work. That'll work. Let me take this tube off and then I'll have a ton more. Okay, the capacity is 3.5 quarts, so I got 3 brand new quarts, and then I got 1 open one, which I don't know how much is left in it, so I'm gonna dump these 3 in and then do the dipstick check. Okay, check the oil level. It's looking okay. When you put 3.5 in there and then check it, it's actually really high. And then you then start it and it goes down quite dramatically. It was way high. So now I'm just gonna let it idle for 2 to 3 minutes, check it again, make sure I'm not dripping anything. It's gonna still be freaking dripping because of all the mess down there. But yeah, dude, this is a pain in the butt. Good morning. Sorry I didn't record the last part. Was rushing. So let me catch you up. I worked in Reno on Thursday, and then when I was there, I swung by Harbor Freight, and they actually had the trailer ramps I was waiting for to get the thing registered, because I returned my friend's trailer, and then I needed ramps to get the side-by-side on the trailer. And so Harbor Freight in Reno happened to have the ramps I was waiting for. The one here did not. So I picked those up. And then I was able to get the side-by-side on the trailer. Come Friday morning, I was at the DMV, got the VIN verification done, and got it all registered. So I have my California green sticker, and we are good to go. Yeah, I was kind of nervous about the whole VIN verification thing. I've never done that before. I've never bought a vehicle out of state. Turns out to be no big deal. So basically, they just check out the VIN, make sure the engine matches, and then register the thing. I mean, it's really no big deal at all. Thought it was going to be a bigger process because I heard you might need to go to CHP and stuff like that, and typically I sometimes have bad luck at the DMV, mainly because I buy stuff that either it's never been registered, or I do a bill of sale only, and like it ends up being a whole thing. So we got the side-by-side on the trailer. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. We're just going to go to our local OHV park to do some testing. I just need more seat time. I haven't driven this thing quite a lot. I just need to put some miles under the seat to make sure that we are all good to go. That's pretty much it. So we're rolling. We should get there at exactly 8 a.m. when they open. I'm trying to beat the heat here in sunny California. And then, yeah, we'll get some seat time in. Go get it dirty, get it a little dusty, get really used to riding the rig, so when we go out into the middle of nowhere, I actually am confident in my equipment. Highly recommend that you always put some seat time down. Okay, on the freeway, cruising. Maybe someone can explain this to me. Is on some trailers, my lane stay works, so, and then some don't. So for example, the tandem axle car trailer I have, the lane stay does not work. It's a 7-pin tandem axle, and I don't know if it has something to do with the brakes or the fact that it's like 20 foot long. The lane stay doesn't work. But this trailer, I'll show you guys the trailer for the side-by-side. It's a single axle, just like a single axle, 4-pin, no brakes, and lane stay works just fine. No hands. I mean, you should be holding it, but active lane stay works just fine. So if anyone knows how a 2022 or 3rd gen Tundra does that, I'd be interested to know, to make sure that all my trailers work with lane stay, because it kind of just takes the edge off. Just got here, gotta unload. Well, let me just show you some of the updates we've been working on here. Side by side's all loaded. I love these straps from Harbor Freight. They have the loop pre-built in. I just go around the unsprung weight. Got some steel on the trailer that we've been welding. So we added some clips for the trailer ramps to snap into, nice and easy. And then we're adding these side gussets. We're still going to cut this like a 45 and then match this line right here. But this is basically just to widen the trailer a little bit, because the side-by-side barely fits. So if we widen it, and then we're going to put one up here also, and then it'll just widen it just a little bit, just to make it easier and nicer for the side-by-side to be on here. But super happy with this because it allows me to walk around the trailer and get on and off of it. So we'll go ahead and get the ramps out, get it unloaded, and start to just, you know, test it a little bit, get a feel for it. Also, I forgot to add, we got the new rough country box. This is like the best looking box in my opinion for this area. I was gonna build one to match the roof rack, but the cost of this box was just too good. Just keep my recovery gear in there. We're not gonna do much camping out of this rig because, you know, we have a freaking truck for that. So this is just gonna mainly for recovery gear, tools, and snacks and stuff when we're hitting the trail. Got fire extinguisher mounted to the side. The tires are currently sitting at, I think, 15 PSI. So we're just gonna unload some of this gear, get a helmet on, and we're just gonna go putt around. I'm gonna get a feel for it. Like I said, this is just mainly seat time. I gotta get used to this rig and gotta get really a feel for the way it's gonna drive and all that. Something I will add was this box up here. I was actually gonna take it off. I didn't think I was gonna use it all that much, and I've just used it over and over and over again. I just have extra straps and everything in here, and so I've just used that over and over and over again. So I'm definitely gonna keep that. And then today we're running the Bell rugged radio system with the pumper and comms, so that should be awesome. So these three obstacles are the ones that I like to test on. So we have, you know, easy, medium, or hard. I've already done them. I'll just show you. This thing definitely eats pretty well. The traction's pretty good. So we'll just put you out here. There's a little wall right here. It is no problem. All the traction in the world. So she's definitely doing pretty good. The 30s, I'm definitely starting to feel it a little bit on these obstacles. They're a little small, but she's definitely eating really good. Maybe needs a little bit more flex. I think we're looking at this line first, which is a little bit next. I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but I think it'll definitely handle it. The only thing is at the end, it's a little big. There's like this wall right here, so I don't know how I'm gonna. It'll definitely pick its way through this. This is not a problem. Oh, that wall is not too bad. We'll make that. Let's give it a shot. We are all wrapped up. I'm here chilling in the shade. We got the Can-Am back on the trailer. She's all tied down. I still need to add some better tie down points to the rear. The front works pretty well, but again, still need to add more tie down points. Got to add those runners to the side and all that. It barely fits on this trailer, but it's fine. It's all X-braced. I'm not strapped down to any of the sprung weight. But yeah, that thing drove beautifully. So I touched on a lot of this on my story on Instagram, MGM Yodas on Instagram if you want to give me a follow, or Trail Tundra on Instagram. Also, I run that page. Yeah, I could definitely see how this is a slippery slope for a lot of people. There are a few things let's talk about real quick while we wrap up this video on we want to change on the Can-Am. So the Can-Am did beautifully today. It has a little bit of a rattle in the back, but not a big deal. Could just be the mud, I don't know. 33-inch Maxxis Liberty tires. These performed awesome, especially going at speed. I mean, I had this thing up to 70 miles an hour today on the back straight on the track that they hit at Prairie City, as well as hit a lot of the rocks. It needs bigger tires. The 30s work great for like the desert, and the trails and the track that they have out here, but I did put her in the rocks and the 30s just aren't big enough. I mean, I gave it a little bit of love right there. This by far wasn't a perfect rig when I bought it, but it is an awesome rig. So it definitely needs like some 32s or 33s just to give myself a little bit more ground clearance. There was stuff that I hit where I just like in my head I was like, why am I even hitting that? It's not even that tall. On top of that, we do need to finish a lot of the welding on the trailer and just get her more dialed in. But everything else was working beautifully. What I really want to focus on from here is just I need to do the front end reinforcements from CA Tech USA. I need to get that all gusseted up, as well as I think we're gonna do upgraded skids. This is an RC, so it does have the huge skid plates underneath it, but I think we're gonna swap those out for the Factory UTV. Factory UTV is a local company here in California, out in Rancho Cordova, and they make super awesome skids. So I definitely think we're gonna invest in those and get those put on. I definitely need to do a rear spare tire. I just installed the box in the back of the rough country one I stored, so I showed you guys, but we need to put a spare tire on just to have. And I think I need to focus on, it wheels really nicely. That's the thing, it wheels really nicely, so it doesn't leave anything to be desired. So that's kind of what I was getting at, was that it doesn't really leave much to be desired. I see why people get in trouble with these vehicles is because they're so easy to use and to just abuse and to really get into situations. And if you haven't done a lot of off-road driving, a lot of wheeling, and a lot of recovery, and don't carry proper recovery gear, I understand why people like that end up on Matt's off-road recovery and whatnot, stuck in these side-by-sides, because they're really capable, they're really confidence inspiring, but then also on the edge of giving you too much confidence that you're gonna go get stuck. So boys, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you for watching this video. Super excited for what more adventures to come with this thing. Happy you guys were able to see us do maintenance on the brand new rig that we bought. Now we're building out a trailer. I'll try to record some of that, and as well as we're also bringing more Tundra content, guys. Freaking love the Tundra. This is a great platform. Everything you see online about this platform is false information. This thing is freaking awesome. It tows amazing. The lane stay, the radar cruise, everything about this is a step above the second gen Tundra. Don't get me wrong, the second gen Tundra has a V8 in it. It sounds girthy. This has more power, gets better miles per gallon, and as long as you take care of it, there's some reliability mods we're going to do to this, including an insane diesel bypass filter for oil, and transmission fluid cooler upgrade from PRS or something like that, and an upgraded oil transmission cooler. So definitely want to bring those here, but just stay tuned for more. Thanks for hanging out with me.